Welcome back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 250 for the 12th of May, 2024.
Yeah.
My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And welcome back, everyone. As you can tell, I'm in Jody's place.
In the den.
Just in the den.
It's a bit of a sweatbox, actually.
It's a wee bit warm.
We've been in here 5 minutes, and I can feel the heat already.
Rising.
Yes.
It's been a week.
Yep. It was. Well, slows down for it. Was James's 40th birthday yesterday.
That's right, yeah.
He doesn't like to talk
You
about
in
it.
French now.
Aye. His actual birthday's this coming week, but we all celebrated it. He had a big fire, and it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we did the rap party, they're called.
We went to a rap party.
Yeah.
It was a band that played loads of 80s movie theme tune songs from the 80s movies, famous songs, and very James and very good.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
It was most excellent. The singer was amazing.
Singing was terrific.
Top notch.
Absolutely.
Did all the hits. Did Highway to the Dangers when he opened the second half of the show for that one.
Aye, all dressed. First half they were dressed like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Second half Top Gun.
Yeah, need the aviators on, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
really good stuff. Brilliant.
It's not really. We've pretty much been sort of hanging out with each other for the last couple of days.
King Riddick.
I know.
Yeah.
Jody said, when are you next coming down? And then he had a knock at the door and I was there.
That's right, yeah. Uh-huh.
I was like, I'll pop down.
Yeah.
You get the beers in and I'll come down. And so he did. You got the beers in.
Excellent.
Only one for himself, though.
Yeah, well.
And then he gets the tall cans as well.
That's right.
himself.
Nice big ones.
I get these little tiny things like that. Sorry, you can't see because the cans are tiny ones like that size.
Yeah. Sharing's caring. I gave you one.
Right, you did. Right. Okay. This will be fun. All right. Where are we here? Okay. Let me now. We're gonna have a problem because I don't know how to share, and also check the chat out as well. So we'll see how this goes. I think I can do window. Okay, window. Here we go. All right.
I actually think it's worse doing it this way. Do you?
It is. Yeah. It's so stressful.
It's a bit of a faff.
For all of you who like Star Trek out there, it's like there's oh my god, what happened there? That's what I mean. It's so stressful. It's like when there's a Next Generation episode called Parallels where Worf goes between parallel universes, and he's asked to file his photon torpedoes and goes, "I do not understand this console." That's me right now.
Jesus, that was a hell of a thing.
That was a long way for a shortcut.
That was a long way for a shortcut.
Disney and Warner's. This is the big story. This is it, folks. Streaming's dead, and this is the first nail in the coffin for streaming. Disney and Warner are going to bundle the streaming service, which basically means Discovery Plus Max, whatever the hell, HBO Max or whatever they call it. That's going to get bundled in with Disney services. Now, this is only in America just now,
right?
So it's not worldwide, but it does mean that they're now starting to bundle these.
Yeah.
This is what Anna said when they first cut the cord. She was a futurist and saw this going to happen. So hats off to my wife. Kind of,
it's much more difficult. This.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
We need to go shoulder to shoulder, or I need to put my arm around you. One of the two.
That's better. There you go. That's it.
Yeah. So we get our kind of HBO through Sky Max. It is now. It used to be Sky Atlantic. Now it's Sky Max.
Stop changing the names.
Everything's Max. It's HBO Max. So I think that's why it's called Sky Max, because it's HBO Max.
Remember UK Gold used to call Dave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those are the days.
There we are. So, bit of an odd one. I'm assuming this will happen. If it's happened in America, we'll get it sooner or later as well.
So it says it's going to happen this summer. So this has obviously been a deal in the making. This has not been a new thing. So this is a deal in the making. So new offering will help drive incremental subscribers and much stronger retention. Warner Brothers Discovery said in a statement, two media companies said they will reveal more details about the plans in the coming weeks. So, I mean, it's the other thing is that was the other thing I wanted to mention as well. The other thing that's keeping traditional networks like TV networks alive is sports. And one of the things they announced was Disney's ESPN, Fox Sports, and Warner's Sports announced a new sports platform to be launched in the autumn.
Right.
So that's them bundling all the sports services now together as well. So I don't know what that means. I mean, there's other products there's DAZN and all these other ones that are out there as well. So I don't know what that means as well, but it could be that they're making a play for, because Amazon Prime, they bought Thursday Night Football in America. It used to be an NBC thing, and they bought the rights for that. So they bought the whole show.
Right.
Like the presenters, everything, they all went lock, stock, and barrel to Amazon. And so maybe this is their play for getting more sport things, because that's where you can charge a lot of money for advertising, because it's live. People are sitting there in the seats. You know exactly who's watching and all that kind of stuff.
The big question is, how much is it going to cost, though?
That is the big question. I mean, it's obviously going to be cheaper because it's a bundle. But you're getting to that point where it's like, well, I don't really want Discovery because I've got National Geographic. So now you get National Geographic and Discovery, and it's like,
but then you're back to what we've spoke about before. You're back to sort of what you're paying for Sky
for
anyway.
Sky, yeah, exactly.
So it's like, well, I suppose you could get rid of over here in the UK. I'm talking about Sky or whoever it is, your Virgin or whatever. So the other I think BT's get their TV service as well. I don't know how successful that is, but Sky, I would say, is the biggie with everybody's got, and Discovery and National Geographic. That used to be part of your documentary channels. It was like a sports one, a movie one, or the kind of family bundle, which gave you the Cartoon Network and all that, plus documentaries. And so you could ditch all that and just have your you could downscale.
Yeah, I mean,
but then it's a bit of to and fro in how you're watching your
so you
streaming services.
You pay for you have Sky, and you also have streaming services. So again, this is back in Canada, but we'll probably do the same thing here. I'm not going to get Sky or anything like that. I'm just going to get streaming services. Yeah. So because there's Freeview, we have Freeview in America. It's over the air through an aerial, so it's the exact same thing, digital television for free, and there's like 50 channels. We never watch it. We just watch the streaming stuff, but we have it as a backup. Like we can watch the news and things.
So that's the thing. They've got you though, because the exclusives, when they start putting in exclusives. So Sky have certain shows that will be exclusive to Sky, and you won't be able to get them in any streaming services.
I see.
So, you know what I mean? So
the HBO,
you're like, how do you? Or do you just not bother watching those? Or?
So you can watch, like if you had Discovery Plus over here, then you wouldn't have got Last of Us, because that would have been exclusive to Sky.
We did get it on
Sky.
We got it in Sky.
I think they put some moolah into it.
We get the HBO stuff, basically.
Right. Okay.
But if the HBO stuff's going to start going on to Disney and Warner, then you could ditch your Sky. It might be a good thing. We'll have to wait and see, I suppose.
But again, this is only this right now is only in America. So it's just happening in America just now.
But it will definitely come here, because everything that we get in America eventually comes here.
Eventually filters down here in some form or other.
Exactly.
This is an odd story. So Baby Reindeer, which is probably, if it doesn't win large at the BAFTAs next year, I'll be one. It's a fix. The fix is in. It has
it's going to win. Yeah. It's going to win stuff.
It's a harrowing story, but it's a brilliantly told.
I think it's the biggest thing Netflix have put out. It's in their top 5, I think. I think
since Rebel Moon 2.
Tell us if that's right or not. But it's been an absolute phenomenon. And this woman has come forward, Fiona Harvey, and she's she's outed herself and said she is Martha from the show, which is crazy. And then she's she's come out and said, "Oh, that's based on me," and then denied everything about the things she did.
Yeah, I didn't. I bought my own drinks.
So I'm Martha from the show, but if I was Piers Morgan, I'd be like, "Why have you outed yourself as Martha if you're denying you did any of these things?" You know. So what the hell? What's she got to gain from this?
I don't know.
She's put herself up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And she's basically going to get. Everybody's just going to go for her, man. It's not, if she thinks that's going to do her good, it's just not.
So James actually he posted up. So we posted this. We post all the stories up on our Facebook page that we talk about through the week. And James actually commented on this.
Made a good point.
And made a good point is that Netflix will probably just silence her by buying the rights to her story.
Well, they'll probably get her on board and say, right, what's your side? And then somebody will write a script.
Yeah.
And then they'll film that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the sequel.
Exactly.
And everybody's going to watch it.
They did that with Tiger King, the Doc Antle story as well. That was basically season 2 of Tiger King. And then they did the sort of 0.5 version, which was all the bits that were cut out. They did like a special edition of that. So yeah.
So they could do a version where Richard Gadd is going to be the sort of villain. I bet he's sitting there going, "Oh man, this is not how I thought this was going to unfurl."
We'll call him Plonny. So it was a great interview. If you haven't seen it, go and check it. It's on YouTube. The Piers Morgan interview. He didn't.
He's not the best interviewer.
He's not the best interviewer. But he doesn't really go easy on her.
No, it doesn't. It pushed her buttons a few times, I would say, as well. And it kind of made the point about how easy it would be for her to be proved that she was lying.
Yeah.
But the emails and stuff.
Funny you should mention that, because it is actually quite easy to prove that she's lying, because she says in the interview she says she's never seen Baby Reindeer, but she posted up a picture on Instagram saying, "Oh my god, I can't believe they've done this," with her watching it. So it's like, well, just
I know.
I mean, you're.
And she says friends of hers have watched it. She hasn't watched it.
It's insane to me, the fact that anyone would want to fess up to being someone who's being portrayed as that.
I almost feel sorry for the fact she's been pretty naive. But I think she's one of these people that maybe thinks she knows better than anybody else. All the kind of internet sleuths that have went up for her, if she thinks that's going to go away by doing that, it's going to make it 10 times worse for her, I would say.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a bit of a... She's made herself a target, 100%.
Yeah. But maybe Netflix will silence her, or buy her silence by making a season 2 of Baby Reindeer.
Yeah.
That was the other thing as well. She actually said that she did call him Baby Reindeer.
That was true.
That was the other thing. So that's the name of the show, and she's going, "Oh, that was me."
So that was true.
So there are, in her mind, there are truths in the show, as well as out and out lies, which she completely denies doing anything.
Yeah.
She said that it was a works night out or something. It was a wedding, and she was in the pub, and there was other people there, and he basically
he's the one that butted in.
He was the one that butted in and came onto her and things like that.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It's a weird one.
It is. Yeah.
Great show.
It is. It's a great show. I'm going to skip over the Microsoft stuff just now. We'll get to that because that's the game stuff. There's a couple of announcements here. The first one is one of our favourite actors, Paul Walter Hauser. He's joining the Fantastic Four. I think we mentioned it briefly last week, but I'm mentioning it because we're going to build up to something.
All right, okay.
So it's who knows? We don't know what it's going to be, but it's Matt Shackman, who was the guy that did WandaVision, wasn't it?
All right, good.
So he's directing Pedro Pascal, the Vanessa Kirby, and the rest of the gang, and the cousin from The Bear as Grim.
Yes.
He's directing the Fantastic Four movie, which looks interesting. we'll see what happens. Bob Iger said that they're going to cut down in production. I think we have that story actually.
Well, I think it makes sense the fact that from what we've seen of the pictures of it, it's obviously set in a different era to the Avengers.
Yeah.
So that takes care of the fact of, well, where were you guys when this was happening?
Yeah.
It's set like the 60s or 50s or 60s.
It's like retro future 60s.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. Pedro's obviously riding high at the moment. So yeah, what's not to like? Should be good.
Yeah. And joining him in the cast of 400 people, John Malkovich.
Everybody loves him.
Everybody loves it. I mean, there's two of my favorite actors in this, and John Malkovich is brought. Like I hands down, if you've never seen Red, go watch it for his performance in it. It's brilliant, and also Burn After Reading.
God, he popped up in Ripley as well at the end of Ripley.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. It's not a spoiler, but he does.
Does it? And if you haven't seen Ripley,
not bad.
Go watch that.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. I'm only in episode 3. I think it's been kind of slow, but anyway. Anyway, so John Malkovich joins the Fantastic Four. Unknown role. Don't know what it is. Don't know what Paul's role is either. So TBD.
See.
Exactly.
Yeah.
However, there is a role we do know.
Oh.
The man from the Dacia adverts.
Who?
The man from the Dacia adverts. Ralph Ineson.
Big Ralphie.
Big Ralph. Harry Potter actor. He's been in a fair few things as well. He was in IT Crowd as well.
Well, when is he?
You know him.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course I
Ralph
do.
Ineson.
He was in the office. The Office as well.
He was in The Office. He played Finchy. In The Office.
Horrible character.
Horrible man. He plays a masseuse in the IT Crowd, where he finishes him off with a flourish. He kisses Roy's bum, and he goes, "I'm so tense." This is happening.
That's a great episode.
It's a fantastic episode, and he goes to court and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's Ralph Ineson.
We're actually rewatching IT Crowd just now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah? It's a beautiful.
It's the one where the last one we watched was the one where Roy goes out. He's seen this woman, and her father died in a fire at a swimming pool, and he's like, so there was no water anywhere.
Sea World.
And then he's like making a model of the leisure centre out of potatoes. And he's like, you've gone Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Roy. Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh, it's a brilliant episode. So that you must have just watched or a couple of episodes. Was the Father, the one where young Reynolds comes back?
Okay. No, I don't think I'm there yet, actually.
Yeah, Matt Berry kicks the door open.
Aye.
Father! Oh my god.
Brilliant.
He's so good. Anyway, so Ralph Ineson is playing Galactus.
Yeah, and you were saying his voice, he overdub his voice, but no, he's got a great voice.
He does have a great voice. It was more of a joke because every time I see him, I always think Finchy, and Finchy's got a very, very thick Yorkshire accent.
Yeah, but he's a
whippets and stuff and gravy and all
but he's God, he was in The Witch as well.
Aye, yeah.
Did you see that one? He was the father.
I haven't seen that.
In The Witch. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it, but
he's got a real deep kind of crunchy accent. Yeah, really good. He'll be terrific as Galactus.
I mean, he's gonna be all CGI'd up. You'll never recognise.
No,
him,
you won't.
Keep the voice because the voice is very, very powerful. But yeah, he does the Dacia Duster adverts on TV just now.
Right.
He's a guy, which I thought was Dacia, but it's Dacia.
There you go. You see Dacia, I see Dacia.
Yeah. Also, I call them Ineson, but I've also heard Ineson.
I've never known his name.
I always thought it was Ineson, but answers below, I guess.
Yeah.
If anyone knows in the chat, let us know if we're butchering the poor guy's name. But But yeah, Ineson is what is going on here?
I know. That's a wee
that's
fancy.
weird.
That's a fancy advert.
That's a fancy advert. Well done.
Never
KFC.
seen that. It's a wee swiperoo. I've never seen that on the website before.
That's quite annoying when you're trying to do a show.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's in the Fantastic Four as Galactus, which is shaping up to be a good movie. Sounds like anyway. Not so good though is Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson, two of my favourite action heroes. I think you'll agree. Is now available from home. So the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is now available in the US
for free.
It's $25
on
Prime, but yeah.
Yeah, it was a very short release in the cinema for some reason. I don't know why. It's possibly another one of these experiments, but don't do it with a Henry Cavill Guy Ritchie movie because he's not riding high, right? Well,
no.
We've talked about The Gentleman. That's obviously brilliant. But movie-wise, he's had 3... Was it last week we said, or 2 weeks ago, we're saying that he's had 3...
Not good movies. Not well-received
movies. They've not broke even, I don't think. So don't experiment with one of Guy's films right now. It's not a good time for him.
But I think this is also... so it's getting released on Amazon, so that means it was an MGM film. Because it's Amazon MGM Studios now. Which... probably is the same thing that happened with Roadhouse, which I can't watch.
It's so bad.
I watched the first 10 minutes of it, and I'm like, this is arguably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I'd actually say it's worse than Rebel Moon.
No. No. Threshing. The threshing, Judy.
No, I suppose. Threshing. Yeah. Slow motion threshing.
And then the...
Oh, that, The cannon.
The cannon that doesn't make sense. If it's supposed to be for ground bombardment, why not put the cannon on the bottom of the ship?
Yeah.
And also, why is it being stoked with coal?
We've started him. Just leave it. This is your Last Jedi.
It's not.
Just leave it.
Do you know what?
Leave it.
It's not even as good as Last Jedi.
Leave it.
Anyway, so Henry Cavill and Alan Ritchson, which is a shame because Alan Ritchson, you probably got this through because it's Skydance and Amazon Studios that do Reacher. So you probably got it.
You never know. It might. I don't know if it's. I don't even know if it's a good film. To be honest with you, it looks good from the trailers.
It does, yeah.
So do people pay £25 for these things now?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose if you went to the pictures to see it and you took your whole family, if the 4 of us or 5 of us are like watching it, it's only a £5 each.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I was watching the Critical Drinkers review of it, and he said it was okay.
Oh.
So that's praise indeed from him because he's usually quite kind of
well,
critical of movies these days.
I mean, Guy Ritchie is pretty hit and miss, definitely. But when he hits, he hits, well.
But remember his early movies, Lock, Stock, Snatch. They were fantastic.
See, he did an interview with Joe Rogan, and I think he sees himself as some sort of spiritual figure. I think I've said that before, haven't you? But I think he sees himself. His writing is like, he's got a kind of opinion about his work, as if it is kind of on a different level to. Whereas, just get back to what you do best. That's
because. And the other thing there that kind of links this 6 degrees of separation thing is Henry Cavill was in Argylle, which was Matthew Vaughn, and that's where Matthew Vaughn got his break from. Was Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
Thing. So that's 2 of these guys he's worked with, and they've been duds. Yeah. Basically.
I hope you're not too far away from the mic.
I hope I'm not too far away from the mic, or else that insight would have got lost. Oh well. Just linking stuff there. I know. We're going like, why is the little one not talking? I'm sitting there.
The little one.
Oh dear. I need to fit. Like seriously, I need to sit in a stool or something. Like the wee boy. Oh dear. Anyway,
I thought it was us there for a minute. Jesus.
Just making sure I've got the. Oh no, what's happening here? Why is that not?
Is it starting to sound like Fishing Friday?
Oh, click to expand.
Oh no. It is.
That's it there, and then I feel I've got two windows open here,
No.
but I don't.
No.
That's weird. Okay,
That one.
this one here. Just want to make sure I've got the right one. No, that's not the right one.
What?
No, it's the right one.
We're having
It's the right one. No, it's
technical
the right one.
issues.
It's the right one.
That's
Oh
it.
God.
Too many windows.
Too many windows. So this was announced.
So me and Sloan are producing the next
Yes.
Lord of the Rings.
That's right, Andy. Crikey.
Yeah.
Although I think I look more like Gollum, though I don't know why I decided to do the Peter Jackson voice there. But anyway, well, he's got my eyebrows though.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, so he's not doing the movie. Andy Serkis is doing the movie.
Yeah, Peter Jackson's producing.
Uh-huh.
Andy Serkis is directing.
He's directing it. He's starring in it. He's doing the theme tune.
He's writing a theme tune for it.
Yeah.
But the good news is that the writing team is exactly the same as it was on Lord of the Rings. So it's Fran Walsh, who's Peter Jackson's wife.
That's right.
So they're writing it. So that's good news.
Yeah. It's called Search for Gollum.
That's the working title.
Yeah,
apparently.
Hunt for Gollum.
Mm-hmm.
Hunt for a better title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunt for a better title.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. Think again, lads. So yeah, this is happening, and not only that is the film is due to be released in 2026, which seems foolhardy. I mean, it's 2 years away, but still, I mean, is it like December 26?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you got a year, unless they've been working on it before.
Maybe they have.
Hunt for Gollum was directed and stars Serkis, produced by Jackson. Zaslav, no. So expected to be cancelled or being shown. Now in the early stages of script development. Oh, it's not even a script.
Oh, well.
Oh, there's no way you're going to do this for 2026.
Mm.
Step away from the idea of 2026.
Mm.
They're working with Weta again because
Digital.
Jackson owns a company.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be doing the business with Gollum again. I don't know if this is an original
Must be
thing because I don't think Tolkien wrote.
Well, it must be the background of how he got the ring and stuff, because we see a little tiny bit of it in Lord of the Rings when Andy Serkis is not Gollum yet.
Aye, they're proto hobbits.
Yeah, and once he gets the ring, he's just degenerate and stuff, and
corrupt.
Yeah, and his hair falls out, his eyes get big.
He gets
and
a big cough.
What? All right, said something else there.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, and he gets his knuckles get big.
That's right. Aye.
And his feet.
And
His feet are big.
Precious.
His feet are big. He says, "I'm my precious."
That was a terrible impression.
Aye, so I think it's going to be the back, how a kind of fleshed out version of that, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
mean, who's better to do it than those guys?
No, I mean, if you're gonna get a Lord of the Rings, here's a weird thing though. So this is New Line Cinema / Warner Brothers thing. Amazon has got their own Lord of the Rings thing as well. So how have they got the rights to...
Again, who's better to do these films? Peter Jackson and Andy Serkis.
Or some yahoos from California.
Not Prime.
Well,
not Jeff Bezos.
No.
And he's one of his pals.
That's right, yeah. Was it not his son or something, or his daughter?
Never.
I'm sure it was his daughter or something.
Oh, there you go.
Handed $1 billion to go and make it.
There you go.
Look, if anyone's going to hand $1 billion to make a movie, it's David Ellison from his dad.
Right.
Larry, the guy that created Oracle, the big database company.
You've lost me now.
Right.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Larry Ellison's son, David.
You'll be glad you can't hear him at this rate.
He started Skydance,
Right,
which is in talks to buy Paramount,
right, okay.
and so that's why it all ties in
I
together.
see. Right.
So if you're going to do nepotism, at least do it well.
Right. Well,
that's my advice, kids.
Well,
if you're going to do nepotism, do it well.
yeah, and Andy Serkis has proved himself to be a full blown director because he did some second unit stuff in Lord of the Rings.
He's been directing movies for ages.
Yeah, but he did the original Lord of the Rings. He did some second unit stuff.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
and then he's done Venom 2, Electric Boogaloo,
which is a great movie,
and he's done a Jungle Book adaptation for Netflix, which was terrific.
Yeah.
And he's done, what was his other one?
Oh,
he did a biopic of Ian Jury as well, which was terrific. Are you going to check to see what he's directed?
Aye, yeah.
Quickly, we're going to do a wee quick IMDb check.
Andy Serkis.
He did a small movie that I've not seen as well.
Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Mowgli. He did
Breathe. That was the one. I've not seen that.
Oh.
It's meant to be very good.
He did the direction for Heavenly Sword, the video game.
That was a long time ago. That was
yeah.
PS2 days, was it not? Or PS3 maybe?
Yeah.
Early days of PS3.
So I mean, he's done 2 full-length feature films and a TV movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously the go-to motion capture guy at the time as well.
Yeah.
I
think that's why he was brought in for Heavenly Sword as well.
Because I think it was obviously a total pioneer in that and all that stuff. Not the technology, obviously, but in the fact that he was involved in that team that did the first sort of motion.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the most realistic adaptation at that point that we'd had of a CGI character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe Jar Jar Binks was the first, but Gollum was 100% the best.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, terrific.
100% the best, absolutely. The Office gets a new spin-off series starring Sabrina Impacciator and Domhnall Gleeson. I get Sabrina's name right. I get Domhnall's wrong. Yeah. Domhnall Gleeson, who you may remember as I'm the traitor from Rise of Skywalker.
Yes. Enemy.
He played General Hux,
Mm-hmm.
who became the laughing stock of the First Order because the First Order became the laughing stock. Also remember him from Ex Machina as well.
Brilliant film.
With Oscar Isaac.
Yeah. And
Alicia Vikander.
Yes. See, that's why you're here.
That's right. Not just to scroll things past.
That's
so
right.
it's going to be based in the Midwest. I don't know if he's going to do like an accent, or not, but it's going to be set in a Midwest newspaper.
Right.
So
it's not really a spin-off.
Expect hot metal. Well, it's the same universe as The Office, apparently.
Right. Okay. So we might see some of the characters from
Jim, because they're a paper supplier. So I guess
okay.
Dunder Mifflin is a paper supplier for the newspaper.
So she was in the second series of White Lotus. Of the 3 series?
I don't know. Never seen it. Is that the one with oh God, what's his name? I can see him. Damian Lewis.
No.
No. I think not.
I don't know. Yeah. There's 3 seasons. 2. Anyway, it wasn't the first one. She was in the Italian version of White Lotus. There's a different hotel the second season or first season. No. Aye. Very good show, actually.
Blanco Lotus or something.
Oui. Hola.
Don't start that again.
No.
So yeah, they're bringing us back. Exec producers are going to be Steve Merchant and Ricky Gervais.
Oh, really?
As well.
Right. Okay. So
they're getting credit for it.
Or are they just? Is it one of those producer credits where it's
an executive producer role. An executive producer does nothing.
It's just they add their name to give it a bit of credibility.
Yeah. They get the we couldn't do this without you. Type thing. Mm-hmm. But it does mean though you get some money.
Aye.
So that's
it's their baby after all.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they've got to have their name on it somewhere.
I really like him as this sort of awkward character in a sitcom. I watched there was a Modern Family episode where he plays a butler in one of
Domino?
the episodes. No, not Domino. Steve Merchant.
Oh yeah, he's brilliant. He's a great. He's great. Terrific. I tell you what, Domino Gleeson is a terrific actor.
Yeah.
But some of the films he's been either badly directed or, I mean, the
General
Peter
Hux.
Rabbit ones.
Those are CGI, Jody.
Yeah, but he's not CGI.
Well, it's just very
And
well, the hair is.
he's so cheesy in it.
Oh,
That's
is
all
it?
I can say. And then Hux and the third, Rise of Skywalker was just
That-
awful.
The whole Flanderization
Well,
of
his
his
art was
character,
just awful.
and also the First Order's one as well.
Aye.
They were this dangerous organization.
Yeah,
Then they're reduced to being a
a
joke. at the end of
pantomime
it.
character
Yeah.
or something. Yeah,
And
shocking.
Richard E. Grant, come on, man, you're better than
He was actually he should have been in them from the beginning.
yeah.
He was-
'cause it's like,
he
who's
was-
this guy. He was that character was only put there so that someone could shoot Hux.
Yeah.
That's how bad the writing is.
Mhm.
That's there you go, J.J. Abrams.
Come on, JJ.
Talking of great actors, Michelle Yeoh is going to be in Blade Runner 2099
And the lead.
in the lead role.
Ooh.
So it's going to be a mini series sequel to 2049, which is the Ryan Gosling
Right.
vehicle with Harrison Ford and bits of Sean Young.
Yeah.
Not all of Sean Young, but bits of Sean Young. 'Cause
Well,
they
she was
didn't get the eyes
CGI'd.
right,
She was CGI'd.
but they didn't get the eyes right, so that's why it's not all of her.
Really?
No, it's a line from the film.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
It's a line from the film.
Sorry.
Anyway, so Michelle Yeoh is going to be in Blade Runner 2099, which is set. So the new we were talking about this at James's party. This is set. This is in the same universe as Alien, and the new Alien TV series that comes out is set at the end of this century, which means it's set at the same time as Blade Runner 2099. So that's going to be problematic.
Mm.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah.
And so forth and such like and whatnot. So I
What's
don't know what's
not
gonna
to like? Hopefully,
happen. 4K no
hopefully Prime don't stuff this up though. I'm a bit worried.
Well, I mean, if there's one studio out there that can screw things up,
Yeah,
it is. Right?
They did fall out though.
They did Fallout, and they knocked it out of the park with Fallout,
Mm-hmm.
and they did a really good job with Reacher. But again, that's not an in-house production, though. Reacher,
Mhm.
Reacher's a bought-in production.
Was Fallout an in-house
Fallout was
production?
MGM.
Oh, it was MGM, so it wasn't in-house either.
No, that is in-house. That is their in-house studio. Now.
All right, okay.
So it's Amazon MGM Studios.
All right, okay.
So that was.
Oh well then. Happy days.
Do you know who else is coming back? Riddick's
Oh
back.
my god, I know. Do we need it?
Yeah,
Do we?
yeah. His story has not been told. Remember that one with Judi Dench?
I get mixed up.
So the first time you ever see Riddick was actually a sequel to the. It was after. Anyway, it doesn't matter the timeline. It was Pitch Black,
Pitch Black. Aye.
and then the other one was with Katie Sackhoff, and they end up on this planet, and there's like things that come out at night.
Yes, I remember that one.
There's
That was
one.
the first Chronicles of
There's
Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick, yeah, and then there's another one after that, which I can't remember.
That's the only two I've seen though, Pitch Black and Chronicles.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
So there is another one, but yeah, he's coming back as the eponymous Riddick with the guy with the funny eyes.
my favourite Vin Diesel character is the Iron Giant.
I thought you'd have said Groot.
Damn it. Apart from Groot. It's a funny, strange character, Vin Diesel, because he only really ever...
He's real. It's not a character.
No, but...
Dom Toretto is a character.
But he's only ever in the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
And then when he's not in them, he plays CGI characters. He's not really in any other movies as
Well, there's Riddick.
yeah.
Aye.
All right. Apart from that, and Riddick.
Aye. But yeah, exactly. He's not like Matthew McConaughey. He
No.
plays like a whole bunch of different characters.
Mhm. Aye, or Tom Cruise, or
Leonardo DiCaprio.
we should just reel off loads of
just reel off all the other
Colin
actors.
Farrell.
Yeah, and then Olivia Colman,
Yeah.
Dame Judi Dench.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all them.
all of them. Yeah,
He's not like that.
Yeah,
he's not like the other
Elle
guys.
Fanning. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Dakota Fanning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could go on.
We could.
But we won't.
We won't. No. Angelina Jolie.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so in conclusion,
Brad Pitt.
they are. It's shooting in Germany, Spain, the United Kingdom on August 26th this year. So it's filming this year, which means it will probably be out in 2020.
To be fair, though, if it's going to look like that, they could have just shot it in the volume.
Those movies tend to be studio based.
Mm.
Like you can tell they're heavily studio based, which is fine.
But then Germany, Spain, and United Kingdom.
That's where the render farms are.
That could be. Aye.
And then the last story before we move on to video games is, I can't pronounce this guy's name. What's his name? David Corenswet.
Corenswet. What a second. I would have changed that name.
I would have changed that name. Anyway, there's a great there's a great picture. This is actually a really nice picture of him. I don't know what's happening with the floating eyeball thing.
Nobody does.
With the lightning.
Is a jellyfish.
Is that what's his name? Starro? So what's the starfish called?
Oh, in Guardians of the Galaxy.
No,
sorry.
No. Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Right.
Starro? Is it Starro?
I don't think that'll be in this.
No, I don't think it'll be in that. But this is him taking his sweet time putting his boots on.
Sweet time.
You think it'd be faster being, I don't know, Superman?
Yeah. He's been in a bit of a scrap as well. Either that or he's dropped some a pie on himself and all the gravies get kind of,
He's not time to do his laundry.
Basically.
But then again, no one folds faster than Superman in laundry day.
That's true. Mm. Is he got the pants? Superman pants.
He's got the Superman pants.
I like that.
Cape draped over there as well.
Nice.
And his boots, putting his boots on. And he's a man like every other man. He puts his boots on one leg at a time.
That's right. Yeah.
Although those don't look like much.
It's quite loose though. He's
I don't like the wrinkling. I'm not a big fan of the wrinkling.
It's a bit unusual.
Aye, because when you see when you see Christopher Reeve, his he's skin tight because he's got the oldie muscles. Because he was a wee bit fit.
Maybe his muscles haven't quite developed yet.
Maybe.
I've been waiting for mine to develop.
Still not 50
still not happening.
Yeah. Same here.
Not happened yet.
Quite veiny hands as well. Then again, his hands are. What are we doing? Being critical of the guy.
Anyway, he looks like Soups.
He does look like Soups. He's got the wee curl there as well. I mean, it's it's pretty on point to the Superman character.
And I'm glad James Gunn's released this so early. And I think it shows that he's proud. He's excited about it as well.
Right.
So I think that's a good thing as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
If he's excited, we're excited.
And then let's move on to the Microsoft story here. Not great news at all. So there's this one here. So Microsoft. Oh my god! See, this is the worst thing about the EU is this accept all cookies nonsense. Microsoft is closing 4 Bethesda game studios as part of the layoffs. That's not good.
Why is this still happening, by the way?
AI? Well, no. Because I'm glad you asked that question because I actually have an answer for you. There's a great article. There's a great article here, which is how can any Xbox studio trust Microsoft now? And it goes on to point out. I think it's this article anyway. It's another article, but anyhow, the article I read goes on to point out that the reason why they closed the 4 studios, or the reason this person thinks they closed the 4 studios, is because it's all to do with profit and loss. So when they bought Activision, Blizzard, that made 65% of all the sales of the Xbox division.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem with that is next year they want another 10%, and they want another 10% the next year after that, they want another 10% after that. It has to be growing up and up and up and up. And you can't really do that if you start at 65%. It's quite tricky. So what they're doing is they're laying off these studios so that it makes their balance sheet look good.
Okay.
So that's lovely.
That's not great, is it?
No, not really. Especially given, the situation in the world just now with, recessions and...
we're out of a recession.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Apparently.
Yeah, true. Yeah, the UK exited the recession, and everybody's like...
What?
Did we?
Yeah.
Fuel bills are through the roof.
I know.
Record profits for the fuel companies.
Don't get me started.
I know. Everybody's get these... I noticed everybody's get these wee digital readouts where you can panic about how much fuel you're using.
On your car?
No. No. Well, basically it's like that, but it's for houses now.
Oh, yeah, I've got that.
I know.
The smart meter thing.
The smart meter thing. Yeah, so you can basically, it's like, this is your budget for the week.
No,
It's like, oh my God.
It's just made up as it. You
it's-
blow the budget because the prices are inflated. Anyway, let's not talk about
It's
that.
not a political podcast. But the point, though, that they make in the article is that it's they get rid of these 4 studios, which, by the way, were profitable. They were making great games. They had a huge talent pool in them. And they got rid of them because they need to show a profit next year, and they can't do that with the amount of game studios they have.
They've got a Bethesda movie studios now.
Which is
Fallout.
Yeah.
That's the first
Yeah,
thing.
first one of it.
So,
So expect more Doom then, I guess.
do you think?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Think-
I don't know. It's just a shame. I mean, it's an industry that is near and dear to my heart, and it's just sad to see it. Like we're just aligning a profit and loss statement. And I know it's not. It's not just that industry that it happens in. It happens in other things, but it would just be nice if we didn't have to chase the
curve.
The curve, yeah.
Yeah.
We could just make nice games and keep people.
If we could all just get along.
Why can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's it. That is all she wrote for the news. The news. Normally, I would turn to Jodie and I would say, "What have you been watching?" And this week is no different. This is where Jodie fumbles for his
Let
phone.
me consult my phone here.
Right. You consult your phone.
We started watching that new Netflix show.
I can actually read what he's doing now.
I'm trying to keep it away from the so that it doesn't do the
doesn't look the mouse thing from Star Wars.
Trying to do that
as well.
Bodkin. Started watching Bodkin, starring your man from Will Forte from The Last Man on Earth, which was a terrific show. It was one of my favourites. And try to switch this off now. Oh, damn it. We're only a couple of episodes in, but really, really good, really enjoyable. Not hilarious, funny, dramedy funny, I'd say. So it's like kind of, it is kind of funny, but still good. We started watching Apple's new show with
Joel
Egerton. I was going to say Uncle Owen.
I don't even know. I didn't even know what show you were going to talk about.
Yeah, but you know. We're 2 episodes in. They released 2 and a winner.
Oh, did they? Right.
So the third one came out on Friday there, and or was it? Did they release 3? I think we're either 2 or 3 in anyway. It's got Jennifer Connelly in it as well. She's very, very good.
I'm just leaning forward to make it look like I'm taller.
All right. Really good, by the way. The only thing I would say is it's a bit strange having another show that's an alternate version of the person
Constellation.
when I've just finished Constellation.
Yeah.
It's the exact same premise almost, except he doesn't go into space.
He doesn't kidnap himself, though. Is that not the premise of it?
Yes, basically.
Yeah. I know it's not a spoiler. It's actually in the little blurb thing for
so it's
the show.
So it's a little bit like if anybody's seen the movie Time Crimes, where the guy sees himself. He doesn't know it's himself. Well, that's a bit of a spoiler, actually. If you've not seen Time Crimes, sorry, Sloan.
It's just 12 Monkeys. Just say 12 Monkeys.
Or 12 Monkeys. Yeah, so it's like a little bit more like that than Constellation. But yeah, really well made, really good. So we're going to continue that.
Yeah.
They're on, like I say, it's every Friday you get a new one. So we need to do the big wait for the next show. So
you're watching Slow Horses then? As soon as you get Apple TV.
Well, I know. There's a few things.
Yeah,
things on Apple TV I need to watch.
Yeah.
But
I keep meaning to watch For All Mankind.
Oh, I've started that.
Yeah, I did start it and then I kind of stopped.
There's a guy online, and he had a theory about it that it's the beginnings of Star Trek. So it's like
it's
NASA.
The same guy, Brandon Braga.
Right. So it's NASA. Exploring new lands and all, new planets and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's the kind of how Star Trek started.
The nascent Federation.
Nice. Film wise, we watched Daniel Radcliffe, and he's an underground cop, not cop, FBI agent, and Nazi. Dark.
It's not Nazi. The
neo-Nazis
in America.
I've seen it before. If anybody's seen American History X, I think that's a better film. I'll be honest with you. But Daniel Craig, I mean Radcliffe. He's a wee guy, but they do kind of mention the fact that he's not. He's like, I'm not up for this. I can't, fight or whatever. But his kind of backstory is that he's not a fighter. He's a chemical. He's a lover. He's a kind of chemical kind of expert. So they like that fact that he can get chemical and make dirty bombs and stuff like that.
Okay, so right, yeah. Well, that makes more sense in my thing. Yeah.
Well, he's a lover. Yes. Let me put this on brighter. There's absolutely no difference.
No. None.
Is that it? Oh, the battery must be good.
No. There's a wee light. There's a little key light up there. Just up there.
I think that was...
You watched Fall Guy as well?
Oh, I went to cinema to see Fall Guy.
Did you stay to the end?
I'd say the second half was better. I did. I saw Lee Majors.
Spoilers. For the cameo.
I would say the second half was better than the first half.
You could see who the baddie was coming down Broadway.
Yeah.
I thought.
Pretty cheesy as well.
100% cheesy, but it's based on an 80s TV show, and I think they did a pretty good job of the sort of feel of the 80s show.
I mean, this is the kind of gap between me and the kids. My youngest, I walked out going, cheesy, not bad. Danny, 9 out of 10. Loved it. Loved it. So there you go. It's maybe not for me, but it's for his. I
loved Aaron Taylor Johnson's Matthew McConaughey impersonation. I thought it was spot on.
Yes.
At the end,
do you know he's great, isn't he?
He's aliens.
He's really good, man. Yeah. I mean, he was camping up as well.
Oh yeah.
Big time. Yeah. But yeah, he was a good baddie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Spoilers. Oops.
A week old movie.
Dang it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. Yeah. If you want a good kind of romp in the cinema,
good
go and see that.
I think.
Without a doubt.
Did you finish Unfrosted?
Yeah, we did finish Unfrosted actually. You remember more than I have.
I'll remember what you watched.
My God, this is so dark.
It is dark, yeah. It's not making a blind lick of difference.
It's not, is it?
No. Anyway, we'll stay in the dark for the moment. It's fine. I thought it was okay.
It was cheesy as well.
It was cheesy,
but it was fun.
Yeah, it was just a daft the fight between Post and Kellogg's of who's going to get.
And the Milkman.
And the Milkman, yeah, oh, that's right, and the Milkman as well, led by Peter Dinklage. And,
oh man, brilliant! And
Christian
Slater,
as they were the baddies.
Brilliant.
Just hilarious. Because they didn't want them to have a cereal in a packet because they wanted milk in a bowl.
They wanted to sell
milk
more
in
milk.
Every bowl, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
more cereal they sell,
yeah.
the more milk they sell.
Yeah. And that's always been the way. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's just mindless fun. I preferred it to B movie. I like B movie.
Oh no, I prefer B movie.
Oh really?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was good though. It's good. Everybody was good in it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the casting of Bill Burr as JFK was absolute genius.
Brilliant. Yeah. So
absolute
good.
genius.
So good. Because Bill's from
brilliant.
That neck of the woods.
Absolutely brilliant.
He's got the wig on.
Yeah.
What else was I watching? I went to see The Phantom Menace, which I think I mentioned last time.
Yeah.
But this week we watched Star Wars Episode 2: Attack of the Clones, the first all-digital movie ever made.
Is it?
Yep. They recorded it digitally, they edited it digitally, and then it only appeared in film and they shipped it off to cinemas. And that's the reason why we have hard drives now, is because your man George Lucas is like, we're never just so yeah, that's a movie.
Was it Attack of the Clones that he started moving, shifting people about in the ships?
Yes.
And know, why don't we have him stand over here and him over there?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, I like that take, but not his take.
Let's combine them.
Yeah, let's combine these two takes together.
Aye,
and it just because there's a bit in it where the baby says, "Did I ever tell you Darth Plagueis the what?" In the third one, not in the second one. And you see the air shifting.
Yeah,
it kind of does a kind of shimmer, and the reason is because it's taken from 3 takes, I think.
But I think at that point, George Lucas thought this is the future of filming, and then nobody adopted that because it's so crazy.
No, it's nuts.
It's crazy. Just direct it properly in the first place.
Exactly. It's much more expensive to do that in post than it is in camera.
That's crazy.
Nuts. And it's not like you're burning film. It's digital.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, storage is cheap.
Yeah.
Very cheap. So I don't know what he's I don't know what he was thinking of that. But anyway, Attack of the Clones, still my least favourite Star Wars movie ever made. Ever.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like the whole
romance.
It's so clunky.
That's terrible.
It's the lines in it are so bad. I don't think
that's Lucas's fault, by the way. 100%.
Oh, 100%. It is 100% his. He wrote it and he directed those scenes, and he should have done a better job of it.
Awful.
But he obviously cannot write romantic things. Oh, it's so bad. And the whole thing, their romance as well, because like there's a bit of an age gap between the two of them. I think it's like 6 years or something between the two of them. And she's concerned about it because she's 26 at this point and he's 19 or something, 25 and 19, and she's concerned about the age gap. And she kind of like pushed him away. No, Annie, no, not like this kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then the next scene, she's like
wearing bondage gear,
like that, like leaning on him and like just sending these like crazy mixed messages.
What was it?
It's just weird.
Red Letter Media that does a kind of thing about it, and
Plinkett's reviews.
Plinkett, and he's
half
like,
in the bag.
Aye, and he's like
half
basically, and he's basically saying that Anakin has got to look at Padme in all these sexy outfits and then not want, it's like try to control himself, It's like, and he's like, at one point she's wearing like bondage gear, the leather.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit. There's some weird wardrobe things in it as well. So there's a bit in it where Obi-Wan goes to see about this mysterious planet that no one can find. Mm-hmm. So he goes away to Camino and talks to the Nalase and the other guy. Anyway, and he wears this headpiece on there because he's got this kind of like microphone thing on there. Mm-hmm. In the next scene, not kidding, the next scene, Padme's wearing the same headpiece. but it's not a headset.
It's
It's just a
decoration.
headpiece. It's like, what? This is a style.
Yeah.
Like, what? Nobody walks around with a head the headband of a pair of headphones. It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, there's the whole clunky thing in there. The whole bit with the like, I get why he's angry and I get why he kills all the sand people, but her kind of like, it's fine, don't worry about it. Is deeply disturbing.
Yeah, that she's okay with it.
She's like, oh well, you had to do what you had to do. It's like, you killed them all.
She sees the pride of that.
Like, this is a path. Like, not you're going down the wrong path. This is dark. I don't know if you can do that. And then he tries to win her back or anything like that.
Yeah.
Everything about that relationship everything about the relationship in that movie is all about how fast can we get them to the marriage scene.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as the only reason we put that guy in there is so we can get him to kill. Someone has to kill Hux, and he has to be higher up than Hux.
I'll tell you what,
clunky, right?
I know it's all that stuff, but again, with Star Wars, there are some great bits as well.
Yes.
I mean, the whole Jango Fett Obi-Wan fight is one of my highlights in the prequels.
Yeah. But I kind of wish that he'd been the one that killed him, though, and not Mace.
Yeah.
That just seems like it feels like it's like.
By the way, Mace Windu's, I don't know if this is controversial or not, is one of my least favourite characters. A complete waste of time.
Yeah.
I mean, what? And see, when Samuel L. Jackson is not a natural sword fighter, so when he's fighting, and neither, to be fair, neither's Ian McDiarmid.
No,
either.
That's true. No.
So their fight is
it's
just
McClunky.
Oh man, it's embarrassing.
As they say.
That's not in Attack of the Clones, so that's later on.
The second one.
And the third one. Third one.
And the third movie. Episode 3.
They called it Episode 3.
Did it? Yeah. So I think we're going to watch Episode 3, which is my favourite of the prequels, for lots of reasons. But yeah, just everything in Attack of the Clones feels like we just need to explain things so that the third movie can happen.
Yeah.
And I don't like writing like that. Like I don't like it. I don't like hearing writing like that. That doesn't make any sense. I don't like scripts like that. It just feels weird. Because no one talks like that.
No.
And that's why I don't like it. Anyway, that's really all I watched. Oh, and I watched Ripley as well, Episode 3 of Ripley. So it's I can't because it's a spoiler. Anyway, lots of things happen. There's a great scene about a boat. And how he has to get back into the boat. Let's just leave it at that, because he's not a good swimmer.
That bit's a bit crazy, but anyway.
Yeah, but again, the book's written like that as well, so it's not like
he's like lucky or whatever.
He's always kind of born lucky kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's a bit in it. Was it the second episode or the third episode? Maybe the same episode. But he goes into Dickie's wardrobe and borrows his suit and then starts doing like a monologue.
Oh my god, that was so cringe.
And then Dickie walks in, he's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just
oh my god. so cringy. It's so well done. And they're all great in it.
Yeah.
The three of them are brilliant in it. But that guy Andrew Scott is just so good.
Brilliant.
Great.
If you want to see a good version of Hamlet, go to YouTube, Andrew Scott Hamlet.
Oh really?
Yeah, it does a great soliloquy in it.
I'll tell you my favourite Andrew Scott moment as well was 1917, the movie.
Oh, okay.
See, before he was the officer before the two boys go over the out the trench, and it's just this sort of officer that's just seen it all and just so kind of blasé about the fact they're doing this. And,
really?
Do you not remember it?
No,
have you seen it?
I took one look at it.
Really,
this is just Gallipoli.
No, it's not, and he really steals that moment. And it's the cinematographer that we both like.
Oh, Deakins.
Roger Deakins. Yeah. And I tell you what, man, it's some of his finest work.
I like him, but I like Roger Deakins, but I still prefer film to digital.
Yeah,
he likes digital.
Oh yeah, he can work in both.
Yeah,
but he does prefer I think digital.
Prefers digital, but I'm with Quentin.
Yeah.
It's got to be film. Film.
Yeah, Quentin's film.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. We hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
If you don't mind hitting the old, it's getting darker and darker in here.
I've never seen it as dark in here. I think that bulb's about to go.
If you want to smash, you can still see us. If you want to smash that old like button and share on social media, that would be really cool. We really appreciate that. And if you want time reminders when we put something new up, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell, which is down there. And you will get time reminders of when we put something new up. But until next time, thank you again for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.